Officials from the Office of the Prime Minister have appeared before the Public Accounts Committee to answer queries in the Auditor General's report for financial year 2022-2023. The report indicates that the Office of the Prime Minister failed to utilize funds amounting to 1.1 billion shillings meant to procure goods for Karamoja during the financial year under review, but was able to spend the 24 billion shillings asked for supplementary. The ministry procured 73,900 goods worth 25 billion shillings through framework contracts using 52 companies, but distributed 73,708 goods, and the committee wanted to know where the 192 goods balance worth 64 million shillings were put.
The 192 goods, were they also received? And why did the Auditor General not cancel this? You had exit meetings
that the officer saying that he was put in the sales during that time is lies. Because what I know, the goods were first given, it is, and they are arrested because of the issues of iron sheets.
Information that provided to the Auditor General had some mathematical error. Otherwise, the goods procured were 74,000. and all the goods that were procured were actually distributed.
According to the report, officials failed to distribute goods as required. Each beneficiary was to receive 16 goods, but some only received one.
There was an unauthorized occurrence of these district committees waiting from what was guided. So they gave some people 6, others 10, others 11, others 1, but it was not authorized.
That as you go to the district diverted from the regional implementation plan, and they did it otherwise to the extent of diverting from 16 goats to 1 goat.
From guidelines would have been deterred by you being on ground. That's why this money had been earmarked and was given to you. That's
people were given 1 goat. In some cases, nothing. I am nothing. There were people in the list who did not get even a half goat.
Out of the sample of 107 beneficiaries, the Auditor General was only able to interview 76 who acknowledged receipt of 1,116 goods worth 385 million shillings. Although OPM received money for supervision and monitoring, they did not put in place a holding ground to assess the goods before distribution.
The loss of some goods was occasioned by lack of shelter, which caused pneumonia during the rainy season. Some goods were stolen, while others were eaten by the beneficiaries. The 24, the 20 billion would not have performed at all. 19.5 would not have performed at all.
The committee could not make headway with the query since officials were giving contradicting statements.
Be taken for granted.
Something
needs to be done. These people need to be put on oath, and we take everything they are going to say one by one as it.
The interplay of not telling the truth in this sense. If it is not a connivance in order to punish you, the karamoja, and also to make laws to government.
To the CID as a committee. If the CID realizes that they are on the same charge as were preferred, they know what to do.
On the query of iron sheets, where the Office of the Prime Minister received 8 billion supplementary budget, the committee was interested to know who made the needs assessment.
You get amazed. By the time of the audit, only 43% of the iron sheets had been what? Distributed. So we would love this team to show us, number 1, what criteria did you use to determine the beneficiaries? Because if you ask
of the 24 beneficiaries interviewed indicated that they had not utilized the iron sheets because they did not have funds to construct houses to enable them to use the iron sheets for roofing.
I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Gwitabinji in Kampala.